everyone, welcome back to my channel, the Zipperfoot. I thought I would just come here today to talk to you a little bit about Dressmaker of the Year 2019. It was such an exciting experience. I entered my dress, which I haven't got back yet obviously because it was only judged yesterday, but this is the wearable toile that I made in advance of making the real thing, just to check the fit. So I've got her in the background. The dress I'm talking about is the Deer and Doe Magnolia, and I have spoken about it before on my YouTube channel. But I decided to enter it into Dressmaker of the Year quite late into the, well, from when the entries opened, I guess. I just thought, why not? I've made this dress, you know, I took it to the dressmaker's ball, we had a fantastic time there. It was what I would class as an occasion wear sort of dress. That was the category that I entered it into, and I just thought, what have I got to lose? They can only say no, or, you know, it's not, doesn't do anything. So I used some pictures that I had of the make and also the finished product, if you like, and I sent them off. And to my surprise, a few weeks later, I heard that the dress had been taken to the next stage, and you know, well done and everything else, and that I would hear in due course whether, you know, it was going to go any further. I also had to send the dress off at that point, so I was quite nervous because I've never really had anyone look over my work before. So obviously I hadn't made the dress with the Dressmaker of the Year in mind, so I'd kind of just bumbled through the sew as I do most of my sews. I mean, it wasn't horrendous on the inside, but it wasn't as neat as if I had been planning it for this kind of competition. So I was a little bit nervous about sending it away, but I thought, again, just give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? They'll send it back. So I sent it off, and again, a few weeks later, I heard, and to my absolute surprise, I heard that my dress had been taken through to the final 5 and would be seen in front of, you know, all of the judges for Dressmaker of the Year. And, you know, there are some people there that I really look up to, you know, Stuart Hillard, you had Debbie Shaw. Debbie Shaw was the first tutorial that I ever did. If you have time and you feel like it, you can scroll right back on my Instagram page, and there she is. The first experience of sewing I ever had was a Debbie Shaw tutorial online. So just to know that she's sort of seen one of my dresses in real life was ridiculous. We had the lady from Strictly who designs all the stunning costumes on Strictly, so the chief costume designer there. The gentleman from Doctor Who is costume design there as well. And it just went on and on. The lady that won Dressmaker of the Year very first of all, she was there, and it was just insane to think that my dress was in this room with these people. It was incredible. So it was exciting. Sadly, I didn't win, but do you know what? I can't be sad about it. I really can't. One, because I've been sewing for a year, and how can you be sad about that when you've achieved really so much in a year? So I can't be sad about it. 2, what fantastic company I was in. You know, I'll put a couple of pictures up. And you know, their dresses were just stunning, absolutely stunning. And to think that mine were in the same room as theirs really just blows my mind. And the lady that won had made a wedding dress, and you know, I would have picked that as a winner. It was just mind-blowingly stunning. It was such hard work and occasion wear at its ultimate best, isn't it not? So yeah, I definitely couldn't be disappointed with how it ended up for me. So that was that. So now I'm just waiting for the dress to come back to me, and to go back into the dress bag and back into my wardrobe. But as I was saying to you earlier, this is the dress I've made, and I'm sure for those of you that follow me on Instagram or who attended the Dressmakers Ball, you will have seen it before. I'll pop a picture up so you can see it. I made it in a sort of midnight blue Atelier Brunette viscose crepe, and I have to say that fabric is absolutely stunning. I bought it from my local fabric shop, which is at Make 140, and it comes in a variety of different colourways, so I can thoroughly recommend that fabric, not just for working with but for its intense quality. It made the dress just look $1 million, so, and I felt $1 million wearing it, you know. It's just really high quality, lovely fabric. I'll put the picture up of the cuff that I designed for my dress, and you can see quite well in that picture what the fabric is like. It's lovely. I altered the pattern a little bit. I changed the sleeves because I just felt that these elasticated cuffs, although they're great for the summer and on a maxi dress, didn't feel like it added like that real glamour for an evening dress, so I did change those a little bit. I made the sleeves I made the sleeves in chiffon, and I put a cuff. I used the Pussy Bow blouse, the Sew Over It Pussy Bow blouse cuff, and I put a lace trim on it as well. So yeah, it did. I was really pleased with it. You know, it came out and it looked nice, and yeah, I loved it. I'm very proud of myself. But it sounds a bit weird to say that about yourself. But I guess I thought I would come here today because I know when I sent that dress off straight away, when I found it had gone through on, so you know, another category which I didn't think it would at all, I started finding myself really doubting the make and you know, saying things like, oh no, this is wrong with it, that's wrong with it, they're gonna see this, they're gonna see that. And yeah, you know, they are, but we're human, and so what? You know, you've got to go for these things. I think we all need a little bit more self-belief at times, because these people have been there before us, and they know how tricky sewing is. You know that it doesn't come easy, it doesn't come for free. You have to work at it, and you know, I think sometimes, yeah, we just need a bit of self-belief and just give ourselves a little pat on the back and just go for it. You know, I've seen a few people recently with a little bit of self-doubt, and I think we're our own worst critics. And I look at people's stuff and I think, my God, if I'd made that, you know, I'd be over the moon, and sort of being self-critical of it. And I know that we all do it, and I know that you'll all resonate with that, because I do think, you know, we're our own worst enemies at times. But for me, this has taught me you just have to go for it, because at the end of the day, what is the worst that can happen? You know, if you're interested in applying for the Sewing Bee but you're not sure if you're good enough, go for it. Just go for it. Follow the process. If you want to enter a competition but you think your dress isn't quite right or your top's not quite right, just enter it anyway. You know, the worst that can happen is you don't win. And at the end of the day, what's wrong with that? there's nothing wrong with that. So for me, this has taught me to have a little bit more self-belief, a little bit more confidence, and just to keep going and putting my stuff out there, keep enjoying sewing. This whole thing has been so exciting, I can't tell you. My family have been involved, my friends, you know, people ringing me up going, oh, you know, have you heard anything? And that whole roller coaster that you go through when you do something like this, it's amazing and it's addictive. You know, I loved the way it made me feel, and to be honest, that's the biggest surprise of it all, because I started out on this journey thinking, oh my goodness, you know, they're going to see this, they're going to see that, the waistband isn't right, and but what I didn't anticipate is actually all the fun that I would have along the way. You know, everyone on Instagram getting behind you, you know, my friends on Facebook all getting behind me, my family, and oh, it's been so lovely. So yeah, my advice to you all is just go for it. Just enter the competitions, put your clothes out there, post the pictures that you're a bit worried about, you know, people are lovely and supportive and kind and encouraging, and the very vast majority are anyway. You know, I didn't actually announce that I'd entered the competition, and I had so many messages yesterday from friends on Instagram saying, I've spotted your dress in the final, you know, I hope it goes okay, and just like words of encouragement. They were so lovely, and that means the world to me. So yeah, it's been great. So what's next, and where do I go from here? You know, I keep thinking now, that's done, and what shall I do next? But I've just had 3 weeks annual leave with my little boy. I've done absolutely zero sewing, so I've got nothing to show you, I'm afraid. But I'm about to fire up the machine, the new machine, my new Janome. I haven't sewed anything on it yet. It's unbelievable. It's been in my house for over a week and it's not been switched on. So I've got the Atelier 7 here. I'm going to fire her up, and I'm going to start on my One Fabric Two Ways with Carrie. From Carrie Can Make It. She's already made hers. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to ease myself back in gently. I've got another sundress by the Avid Seamstress that I want to sew. I bought a really nice lilac linen. It is a linen. I've got to get this right because I keep being corrected. It's a linen with a blend of viscose. If you're watching Harriet, you'll be really pleased with me. So yes, so I've got it to make out of that. So that's exciting. But other than that, there's nothing ahead. It's just sewing. I am looking to do some beginners tutorials on YouTube. So that's why the Janome, the new machine, is here. So I'm going to try and record some beginners tutorials sewing, because I just feel like when I started I relied so heavily on things like that, and I just think if I can add to that in some way or put my own little spin on it, then you know that could be a bit of fun. So I thought I would do that. But that's it from me really. I just wanted to check in here with you just to say thank you for the support as always. You know, all of you who follow me and subscribe to this channel, the support that you offer me, your comments mean so much. It drives me to keep going, and I hope you feel that from me, because you know I can't reach out to every single individual one of you, so I do desperately want to thank you all, and thank you for the time that you take to put messages on my Instagram, to directly message me or email me or leave comments on my YouTube videos. Genuinely, I read them all. I really do. And I love this whole community that we are so fortunate to have here in the little sewing world. It's great. So that's it from me today. Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, as always, please just subscribe below using the little button there, and I'll link everyone in that I've mentioned today. Please go across and check out their Instagram accounts if you are an Instagram user, because the girls that I was in the final with, to be honestly truthful, I only joined their pages last night and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. You know, absolutely stunning stuff over there. So I'll link them in below. If you're an Instagram user, pop across and take a look. Thanks ever so much. Take care now. Bye.